Honors to the elders of Great Millstone and like-minded elders. Um, we're going to be going over uh, Proverbs 15 today, and peace to the 144 and hopeful elect. Going to be going over Proverbs 15 today because there's a lot of wisdom in it. Um, I'm sure there will be a part two to this, and I pray that Yahweh Shai is ministered unto from this lesson, and that we all are edified. So it's Proverbs 15 and 1. It says, "A soft answer turneth away wrath, but a grievous word stirs up anger." I like this Salakia. I like this chapter because some things a lot of things in this chapter just stands out. It just makes a lot of sense. It's just it just strictly applies, right? So a soft anger turneth away wrath, but a grievous word stirs up anger. And that's what we're here to do. We're here to give peace, you know what I'm saying, to the hopeful elect, to give the Most High's peace and walk in that peace. And that starts with taming our tongue, and that starts with giving a soft answer. We're not here to just cut them up every day. You know what I'm saying? That's not our. We're here to we're here to apply wisdom. Verse 2. I'm going to get a lot of these out of the NLT as well. Verse 2, it says, "The tongue of the wise uses knowledge or right." All right, the tongue of the uses knowledge or right, but the mouth of fools poureth out foolishness. So the tongue of the wise uses knowledge or right. So we don't use this knowledge, you know what I'm saying, for self-gain or for abuse or for flattery. You know what I'm saying? The tongue of the wise uses knowledge or right, right? We use this wisdom, man, to to give knowledge, right? To seek knowledge. The tongue of the wise uses knowledge or right, right? We use this knowledge to apply to our daily steps the right thing to do and to give correct instructions. But the mouth of fools poureth out foolishness. So the mouth of fools is going to only just pour out continual folly. So like him. And the tongue of the wise is also, man, applying knowledge when you hear it, right? The scripture says in what Sirach not to direct thy steps aright. You see that? Verse 3. And that's directing your steps in the law. Verse 3, the eyes of Yahweh are in every place, beholding the evil and the good. You can believe that. Get a precept, beautiful precept, Job 34 and 21. It says, For his eyes are upon the ways of man, and he seeth all his goings. And also got what is Ecclesiastes 12 and 14. You know what I'm saying? But that's something that you all can look up on your latter time. Verse 4, it says, a wholesome tongue is a tree of life. A wholesome tongue is a tree of life, but perverseness therein is a breach in the spirit. Man, and just getting that, that's a powerful verse. That's a powerful scripture. Looking at the bottom, dealing with the bottom part, man, it says, but perverseness therein is a breach in the spirit. Out the NLT, it says, a deceitful tongue crushes the spirit. A deceitful tongue crushes the spirit. Man, that really hits home. Verse 5, it hits home for a lot of ways, man. You know what I'm saying? When you don't think upon the ways of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? So we have to be careful, you know what I'm saying, in our daily life, in our daily talk, how we deal with brothers and sisters, because you know what I'm saying, we just can't be slinging this word and the doctrine carelessly as if we own it, saying whatever we need to say to justify ourselves. It don't work like that. You know, making enemies for no damn reasons. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't you can't. The scripture says the law is lawful. The law is lawful when used lawfully, right? So we can't flip the script and manhandle and maneuver or manipulate the verses to our defense just because we want to stand on something that's not proper and that's wrong, right? So the wholesome means all together, all in truth. You know what I'm saying? In equity of the spirit, right? And righteousness of the spirit. So it says a wholesome tongue is a tree of life, but perverseness therein is a breach in the spirit. You know what I'm saying? So sin, you know what I'm saying, lease is like a stab wound, man. When you're perverse, you're stabbing the spirit out of people. You're stabbing the life out of people, man. When such as I, when perverse, right? That's heavy, man. But perverseness therein is a breach in the spirit, and perverseness going to a cruel thing, man. Just like just being perverseness going to um, taking something, being perverted goes into like taking something, using something out of its natural course, right? So using these scriptures to pervert your own dealing, man, or pervert your own ways, man. That's murdering your people. Verse 5, it says that's murdering their minds, man, and that's what the spirit lives in their minds, man. That's confusion, that's corruptness, man. That's wickedness, man. That's folly. That's hatred toward this. That's self-hatred and hatred to your brothers and sisters. You know, no wonder I couldn't see clearly. Verse 5, a fool despises his father's instructions, but he that regardeth reproof is prudent, man. Key word reproof. Key words regardeth reproof. You know what I'm saying? That's regarding instructions, man. You see that? And so, scripture speaks about how a wise person, you know what I'm saying, they taste in reproof, they take in instruction, they listen to it, right? So this is the definition of the word reproof. I also looked up the definition of the word prudent, but I wanted to highlight that word reproof. But he that regardeth reproof, he that regardeth discipline, instruction, is prudent. That means is wise. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to overlook that, right? So a person that listening to sound counsel, I mean truly sound counsel, make sure it's sound counsel now. That person is a wise person. And if that counsel is giving you instruction, giving you discipline, giving you clarity on how to turn from your faults, then you are a sound person. Then you are a wise person. That's what the scripture is saying. Now let's get some more on that. The word, just dealing with the word prudence right now. Um, it says the word prudent goes into acting, and I don't like the word acting. I'm gonna go with the second word. The word prudent goes into showing care and thought for the future. Synonyms: advisable. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing they used to say in basketball all the time. And then I know we hear it in other sports like football. Are you coachable? Are you advisable? Can you be taught? Do you know that it's time for you to apply Hebrews 5 and 12 and also what is in Peter? You know what I'm saying? Come back and hear that sincere milk, right? Can you listen and apply these things, these fundamentals? You know what I'm saying? Hey, what we used to call the basics, what you used to call Tim Duncan, you know what I'm saying? What the king of the fundamentals, right? We as a entertainer only, and as an athlete, we like LeBron James. But guess who got more rings? Tim Duncan. Tim Duncan sitting at 5 and got it well before 20 years. LeBron James is still sitting at 4 and been there 20 years. You know what I'm saying? Kind of going to that scripture, what, ever learning the truth and never getting it? Right? We don't want to be, we don't want to be, we don't want to, we don't want, I don't want to continue to be that way. Be 20 and 30 years in truth, but truly your spirit level is at a somewhere between a 2 through 5 at a toddler level, right? But reading on, it says a prudent person. The notes, here's the notes I added. A prudent person regards both prophecy and foresight of placing his feet daily into Psalms 119, 105. I'm going to read it again. A prudent person regards both prophecy and foresight of placing his feet daily into Psalm 119, verse 105. Why do I say that? Let's look again at the definition of a prudent man or woman. It says showing care and thought for the future, right? Not just making decisions in hasty decisions, right? Synonyms: advisable, wise. So let's get Psalm 119, verse 105, right? Psalm 19, verse 105 reads, bear with me. It says, thy word is a lamp unto my feet and a life, so like it, and a light and life unto my path, the only light to our paths, right? This is why Wisdom of Solomon said that the spirit will not enter into a malicious soul. You see that? Thus, the only way to walk, in wisdom, right? To walk in the spirit, to know and understand wisdom, to know and to have true understanding, to know and have, so like it, and have, and to know and have prophecy, okay? To know and truly have the fruits of the spirit is truly applying to walk circumspectly, truly applying verses Psalm 119, the spirit and the law into our everyday lives, right? Understand that. Let's read it again. The a prudent person, a prudent person regards both prophecy and foresight of placing his feet daily into Psalm 119 and 105 and other light scriptures. Wisdom, that's why it says wisdom of Solomon cannot enter into a malicious soul. Thus, wisdom of Solomon, wisdom cannot enter into a malicious soul. Therefore, the only way to walk in wisdom, to walk in the spirit, to know and understand wisdom, right? To know and understand, and to know and have true understanding, and have prophecy, to know and truly have the fruits of the spirit, is truly to apply one Psalm 119 and 105 and other like-minded scriptures, the spirit into our everyday lives. To to know and to truly have the fruits of the spirit is truly to apply, is to truly to walk circumspectly. It's truly to walk circumspectly, truly applying verses 119 and 105, spirit and law, into our everyday lives. So simple and plain, right? The only way to truly grow in the spirit, there is no, I don't, there ain't no, and I hate to say it this way, but there ain't no magic potion, right? The only way to do it, man, to walk truly in the spirit is by walking circumspectly, using wisdom in our everyday lives, that foresight, right? Or not, man, it's gonna cost you. Verse 6, in the house, in the house of the righteous is much treasure, right? That treasure is that wisdom, man, right? That's that treasure. But in the payment of the wicked is trouble, man. Death. You know what I'm saying? What the scriptures say, the wages or the revenues of sin is death. Verse 7, I like what this house says in verse in the NLT. There is treasure in the house of the godly, wisdom, but the earnings of the wicked bring trouble, man, brings death. Verse 7, the lips of the wise disperse knowledge, right? And that's what we're here to do, man, disperse that knowledge, right? Like I'm saying, like giving assist, you know what I'm saying? Like Magic Johnson, if you will, dispersing this truth and wisdom, giving assist to our brothers and sisters, man. All right? Not upbraiding none, giving it to all that seek the most high, man. Not being man pleasers or not being respective of persons, man. Giving that wisdom and sharing that wisdom. You know what I'm saying? Just like the basketball, the players don't own the basketball. In this analogy, the basketball will be the spirit, and the NBA owner, if you will, would be Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, right? The owners would be Yahweh Shah, and the owner would be the Most High. And our job as his disciples, as pillars of this truth, is to dish out that past left and right, to all that seek him, man. The hopeful elect. Because we know it will only be the hopeful elect seeking the Most High, seeking Yahweh Shah in these last days. Right? But it goes on to read, the lips of the wise disperse knowledge, but the mind of the foolish doeth not so, man. The mind of the foolish is on everyday folly, right? How to please his or her flesh. Um, Verse 8, the sacrifice of the wicked is an abomination to Yahweh, but the prayer of the upright is his delight, man. And that's what we want to be. Like in NLT, it says excuse me, but yeah, it said that's self-explanatory. But the prayer of the upright is his delight. Are you upright? Am I upright? Are we upright? Because the prayer of the upright is his delight. Verse 9, the way of the wicked is an abomination unto Yahweh, right? But he loveth them that follow after righteousness, man, right? That's beautiful, man, because you can only follow after righteousness with a pure, sincere heart, man, with a pure, sincere mind. I think we may have a minute. Bear with me. All right, verse 10. I really like this one, man. It says, um, correction, or this one really stands out to me, I should say. Correction is grievous unto him that forsaketh the way. This one really sticks out, man, because it's saying correction is grievous unto a prideful man. Scripture says a pride is when one departeth from his maker, right? So correction, man, grieves a prideful man. You know what I'm saying? I've been there. It grieves a prideful man. Hell, I'm trying to come from there. And he that hateth reproof shall die, right? Whether it be death in your finances, whether it be death in your home, whether it be death in your children, whether it be death in the peace of your mind, you know what I'm saying? Whether it be the Most High isolate you, it can be a slow and painful death. You know what I'm saying? All the way up to a physical death. So we got to hear these words. We got to go back to where it says in verse 5, right? We got to be that prudent person, that prudent man, and regard reproof, because that person is wise, man. So we got to go and apply the bottom of verse 5, man, when we have the mindset of verse 10, that the verse 10 is speaking about, right? Verse 11, hell and destruction are before the Most High. How much more the hearts, the minds of the children of men? Yeah, man, the Most High sees our goings, man, every day. The angels are reporting every day. The angels are seeing every day. I think that's what Revelation chapter 5 or 6. The angels are seeing every day how we move, man. The Most High knows the thoughts of our minds. So, man, we're going to end it with that one more time. We're going to end it with that. And, man, just to go back to the verse 5 real quick, to read that once again, to break that down. It says, a fool despises his father's instruction, but he that regardeth, but he that appreciate, but he that thinks on, he that values correction, discipline is wise. And see that? Let that stick, brothers, right? And the only way to walk, only way to regard reproof, man, is walking circumspectly, to be advisable, to be coachable, right? That's true forcept, applying Psalm 119, 105, man, into our everyday lives, man, that light, man. All right? And with that, I'm Brother Yawasop. I say shalom. Look out for part 2 coming soon.